Okay, 3.4 part 2, just a couple more problems to tack on here, just make sure it's thorough. This is f of g of 3. So we have f of g of 3. So we do g of 3 first, and we look at the right hand column there, g of 3, that's going to be 0. So g of 3 is 0, and then we put 0 into f. So that means we look down the left hand column for f of 0, and we get f of 0, which is equal to 6. Now the next one there is g of f of 5. So f of 5 is going to be 2, and you have g of 2, which is equal to g of 2, which is equal to 9. And then you have f of 6. f of 6. So f of 6 is equal to 9, and you do f of 9. f of 9 is equal to 7. And last one there is g of 4. Well, you do g of 4, and that is 6. And then you do g of 6, and that is 9. Excuse me. G of 4 is equal to 6, and you do g of 6, which is equal to 5. So here we have, we're using the graph, and we have compositions of functions. So it looks like ones we've done before, but this one involves a composition, not a operation. So that means we don't get two separate answers and put them together. We get one answer and put it into the other. So g of 4 is the right-hand graph. G of 4 over here, g of 4 is going to equal to 1. So that's 1. So we take f of 1, so we have to use the left-hand graph. F of 1 is going to equal to 4. So this top one equals 4. Now they have g of f of 1. Well, what's f of 1? F of 1 is right here, and it becomes 4. So that's going to become g of 4. We go over to the right-hand side, find 4 in the x, and it becomes 1. So that answer is going to be 1. Now the next one there is f of 0. So we do the innermost function first, f of 0. f of 0 is going to equal 5. And then we do f of 5. f of 5 is going to equal 2. And last one there is g of 5. Well, g of 5 is on the right-hand side. We go g of 5, and we get 5. And then we take g of 5 again, and g of 5 is 5 again. So that one equals the same input and output value. Okay, the last problem here we're going to do is a composition of functions with variables in them. I thought you'd benefit from that. So this one says f of g of x, right? So g of x is 5 over x. So in place of, and we put that into f. So that means in place of x, we're putting 5 over x. That's why I put 5 over x here in place of x. And then we need a common denominator. So the common denominator here is going to be x. So we have 5 over x over 5 now over x. Now we need a common denominator, so it's going to be minus. In order to get that over x, we have to multiply this by x, so it's going to be 6x. So now everything's over x. We can multiply by x over x, and we're going to get 5 over 5 minus 6x. That's how you simplify that. It makes the denominators go away when you have the same denominator in both numerator and denominator. Now over here, we have g of f of x. So f of x is going to be x over x minus 6. We put that in place of x inside g. So we take f and we put it inside g. Well, f is x over x minus 6, and that goes in place of this x right here. So it's going to be 5 over that. So when we have a over b over c, remember, it's going to become a times c over b. So all we have to do here is multiply times the reciprocal of the denominator, which is x minus 6 over x. So our answer is going to be 5 times x minus 6 over x, which you could simplify and say 5x minus, well, simplify but write in a different way. But actually this is probably a simpler form. And there you have it.